What's going on, everyone? Thanks for joining in today. We are jumping back into Scarlet Tower, and I'm giving this game another shot here. It's really been a basic clone to Vampire Survivors from what I can tell so far, but there's definitely some complexities, and I think that there are some things that will make it a lot different from Vampire Survivors. That's why I want to jump back into it. But I just haven't discovered those things yet, so I'm going to spend some more time in Scarlet Tower and just make sure that I give it a fair chance to make sure that I have seen what it has to offer so that I don't just end up saying, this was a Vampire Survivors clone and that's about it type of thing. So we are jumping back in here. I actually just started a run with a new character that I unlocked called Lance. He seems to be an archer. I did some meta progression upgrades as well, but nothing too special, so you didn't miss much, but here we are jumping into a run with Lance. Looking good. Okay, so let's see what I would like here. I think Thunderstaff would be best. He is a ranged character, so I don't want anything that is too melee based or too close range based. Alright, Fire Staff is looking good to me here. Yeah, so basically, the reason why I feel like it's so Vampire Survivors like is because so many of these items really pay homage to what we've seen in Castlevania or Vampire Survivors if we want to distill it all the way down there. Like the Holy Bible, there is a Holy Flask or whatever it's called as well. The Fire Staff is very, very reminiscent of what we've seen in Vampire Survivors as well. So it's just really hard not to make the comparison. The other thing that we discovered last time is if you hover... Oh, I guess you can't do it while you're selecting something. If you hover over these things, it will allow you to see what you can fuse your items with. So I guess with Fire Staff, we need Frost Staff. And then with this, you need Holy Bible, Thunder Staff. Interesting. And then your normal attack won't do anything. There's also a Vampire Staff that I apparently haven't found yet. How do I get this off? There you go. So I want to find a synergy at some point. We've never seen Corruption Robe. Summons an shadow aura around you that deals 3 damage that hit it. That doesn't sound very good, especially because I'm ranged. I do want to see the synergy, if possible, with the Holy Bible. So I'm just going to take that. I've never seen the Vampire Staff. Maybe I haven't unlocked it, but I've definitely seen the Frost Staff. I want to pick it up, but I'm wondering if I need to leave a slot for the synergy version of the attacks. I have no idea how it works. In Vampire Survivors, it definitely doesn't do that. Your synergies fuse together. But in some games, you keep your base items, plus you get a synergetic item as well. So I just want to be careful until I figure things out, but very likely it will combine the 2 items together. I would expect it to, at least. But I could be wrong, you know? I've definitely been wrong in the past. And assuming definitely can get you into some trouble. So we'll keep getting the Thunder Staff here. Maybe I'll turn the volume up a bit too. Is that good? Hopefully that's good. Okay, I'm gonna say that those levels are good for the audio. But yeah, let's look at this guy. I definitely want to get some of these, but the thing is, the Fire Scythe sounds interesting, but it's going to take up a weapon slot. Increases your greed by 40% this run. Increases your cooldown reduction by 8% this run. Okay, does not take inventory space. That is the biggest benefit. What the heck? I leveled up. Oh, move speed. We've never seen move speed the move speed upgrade. Never seen that. We're going to keep moving along. We aren't going to take any of those upgrades right now from the frog, but that's because we can't afford them. Goody, goody, goody. Am I getting hurt somehow? Let's take the Thunder Staff, and then we're going to go for the Bible after that. I assume that the synergies require you to have level 5 of each of the ingredients. Just standard practice for these games. That's why I'll assume. So we're going to try to focus down the Holy Bible now. I didn't want to take the Holy Bible, but here we are. We're sitting in a situation where we need it for our synergy, so if possible, I would love to stick around for one of those flasks from the frog. Probably the cooldown one, to be honest with you. That's what I want to have out of all the things there. Also, I'm not really seeing my Holy Bible get summoned. Am I doing something wrong? Ooh, I do want this upgrade, but I think I'm going to favor the synergy. Oh, there it goes. I guess I just wasn't patient enough. Holy Bible. Almost there. Now I'm wondering how you actually fuse things together and synergize, because in some games you have to pick up something specific for it to happen. So one of the most recent examples is Neon Sundown, where you have to pick up like a crystal to get it. And then in Vampire Survivors, you have to beat an elite mob to get a treasure chest. And then it randomly chooses one of the weapons that you can synergize to do it. With this one, I'm wondering how it works. Maybe it's just offered through here. I don't know. Okay, so we're shooting more arrows. I know that there's an elite mob that will pop up within the next few minutes. So maybe it's through that. Or maybe it will just show up in a level up randomly. Who knows? It's probably a lot of people that know, but Fancy Feet increases move speed. I don't even know what I want. I mean, I guess I could pick up the Frost Staff and hope that the Bible and the Thunder Staff combine together. The Frost Staff seems to synergize or have a synergy with the Fire Staff here. I wonder if the fusion with means you have to have all three of them, basically. We'll figure that out, because I definitely do have the Thunder Staff requirements. Oh wait, this one, yeah, it must be separate synergies, because the Thunder Staff only fuses with the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible seems to have two different synergies that it can do. Again, just making some educated guesses here. We'll see what happens. Okay, I should get out of the circle. What am I doing? Okay, we're about halfway before we can pick up one of those elixirs or whatever from the frog. Increases arrow and arrow penetration by +3. Sweet. Okay, let's turn auto aim off. Make this game a little bit more engaging. Just a slight bit. Okay, well, don't really need another weapon I don't want to take one until at least I can prove that the weapons actually fuse together to make one weapon. If it doesn't do that, then I've kind of screwed myself over anyways. We're really doing lots of damage to that guy. Treasure chest. Oh, wow, there's a fusion in here. Usually it gives you 3 to 5 choices from what I've seen. So I guess you do have to wait for a chest, just like Vampire Survivors. So another similarity to that. Every 10 seconds summons Raziel's Tome to orbit your body for 7 seconds, dealing 5 damage. Okay, so that fused... That did fuse it. Excellent. So what you have to plan out is the ingredients for a fusion. Oh wait, it comes back into play here. I was just about to say you have to be careful because you use a specific weapon to make a fusion, and then that weapon is gone after you fuse it. So you can't fuse that base weapon with another base weapon to make another fusion, but you actually can in this game because you just have to pick up that base weapon again. Interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting. So the Thunder thing plus the Holy Bible is not my favorite fusion. It's just basically an upgraded version of the Holy Bible. What I was expecting was an orbiting book thing that maybe strikes lightning when it hits an enemy or something like that. But there really isn't a thunder element to it. Maybe there is in terms of like damage type or something that I'm not seeing. But visually, I'm not really seeing any thunder staff included within that synergy. Very, very interesting. Oh, maybe there is? I just saw some thunder, but it might be from my passive. I can't remember if it is supposed to be a thunder type strike. Or is there a thunder strike with the books? If there is a thunder strike with the books, it's not happening all the time, at least. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to keep going down my Frost Staff, and hopefully I can synergize that very soon. I really don't know when the next elite is coming. I don't believe I've made it that far in any of these runs. But we'll see. Alright. So I'm looking for that magic number of 35k right up here. Once I kill that many enemies, I can purchase something from this froggy over here. Cunning Ring or Glacial Staff, right? Creates an icy rain every 12 seconds that deals 20 damage and applies chill. I haven't seen this before. But I can... Okay, I'll take the Glacial Staff. What can you fuse with? Frost Staff. Okay, so we're going to have to pick up a Frost Staff again. I don't know which fusion we're going to see first. The Frost Staff plus Glacial or Frost Staff plus Fire Staff. It'll be interesting. There's a part of me that wants to assume whatever came first gets the priority, but there are some games, such as Vampire Survivor, that don't actually favor anything. It's just kind of random as to what choices you have. So we're going to take the cooldown reduction flask, and then we can leave this area. That's all I really wanted over here. From what I can tell, there's going to be more frogs in the pool. We just have to go find them. Okay, we got this thing. I still don't know which each of one of these do. This might be new for me. Looks like a straight up pushback. maybe no damage, I can't really tell. I know the blue one is like a shield basically, so we'll keep going down Glacial Staff and just try to upgrade that as much as possible. What does right click do? Anything? Doesn't look like it. Oh, another frog. I didn't even notice him. So he has the luck flask, and then he has attack speed flask. He also has a flame crown. I don't think I'll pick up the flame crown. Oh! How did we get that one? There's no fusions? Oh, there is a fusion. So last time we only got one option. Interesting. So this must be the fire and ice staff mixing together. Creates a water energy every 7 seconds that bounces through up to 20 enemies. Wow. Corruption Robe is a weapon. We will have a new slot, so we could possibly pick it up. Avarice Touch I don't really want, so I'm just going to get rid of that one out of all these and then go through with that. Where's a Flame Crown? Or... oh, wait a minute. Corruption Robe goes with the Flame Crown. Interesting. Let's upgrade this. Or Knife. Looks like it's best with the Knife. Just assuming from the border on the knife. That tells me that the fusion with the knife is like an epic level item after that. Cool. Glacial Staff with a Frost Staff, so we're gonna need to pick up a Frost Staff again. So we need a Frost Staff or the knife. Very cool. What do you do again? Right, I would love to have Luck Flask and Attack Speed Flask, to be honest with you. Let's do Glacial Staff for now. And we'll stick around this frog just to pick up his 2 flasks. Do these plant things give me anything if I actually destroy them? They're getting absolutely destroyed by damage, but they aren't dying. Maybe they can't die, I don't know. They're disappearing now because of the timer. Interesting. Alright, what do we got? I'll go Glacial Staff all the way. And Glacial Staff needs Frost Staff, right. What's this? The heck? I found an ice cube. Very cool. Pun intended. Alright, let's go night mode. Right on time. Alright, so we have Water Staff here. Hellfire Staff we don't need. Let's go Water Staff. So this is where we pick up the sought after purple gems. The heck? What is this blue thing? Oh geez. Yeah, one thing that I've noticed about this game is that the hover effects on the heads-up display or anything displayed on the screen, they don't have it perfectly programmed to like disappear all the time when you would expect it to. I noticed it in the character selection screen as well. But hey, I'm sure they'll fix that soon. I did see that the developers of this game are releasing out a lot of different patches and things like that, so... Alright, so we're going to take the knife, and in anticipation that we will level up Corruption Robe, and then knife can go up from there. What the frick? Okay, so why is Corruption Robe over here on this fusion blue, but then the knife on this is purple? Because the knife isn't a purple pickup, so that's why I assumed the synergy with the knife would end up being like a purple level. You see here, like this Corruption Robe is purple itself, and then the knife is green. And then the knife is showing Corruption Robe as blue, and then the Corruption Robe is showing the knife in the synergy as purple. So the colors are just everywhere for that. I just wish I understood it a bit better. Wow, things are slowing down. Maybe I have to turn down the settings just one sec. Okay, well, after playing around with the settings for a bit, my computer might just not be able to handle this completely perfectly. Very, very sad. I have been looking at a computer upgrade lately. Increases damage by 65, summons holy thunders on enemies every 10 seconds. Ah, finally! So it actually does fuse in some of the thunder effects. But yeah, I've been feeling like I really do need an upgrade. This computer that I'm playing on, it's probably about like 10 years old now. I wasn't using a PC for a while because for a long time I was actually playing games on my Mac computer. And this was before Steam had decided, or maybe it wasn't Steam completely, but basically a lot of Steam games started becoming unsupported by Mac computers, or however you want to say that. So on the Mac, you basically weren't able to play a lot of Steam games, and I lost like over 80% of my library was affected by that. So I finally came back to like Windows OS kind of thing. I bought a Windows laptop for a while just because I believed that I wanted to play games on a more portable type of way, because I was playing games on my Mac, which was a MacBook Pro basically. So for a while I was just playing a lot of Steam games while it being on a laptop, so I wasn't ready to give that up. So I wasted some money on a laptop, gaming laptop I'll call it. It was really, really crappy. I played a few games on it just fine. I remember around that time when I bought it, it was Binding of Isaac Afterbirth that just came out. So I definitely wanted to play that game. Yeah, if you don't know this already, I really, really love Binding of Isaac. It was the first game in the roguelite game that kind of started my obsession with it. I played some roguelites and roguelikes before Binding of Isaac, but that was the one that made me realize that like there's going to be a bunch of these games coming out, specifically on Steam or like whatever you want to call it. And that's when I stopped playing console games so much and started doing a lot of Steam gaming and playing a lot of roguelites. So yeah, I played that on my gaming laptop that I bought, but the gaming laptop was really, really bad. And then I decided to pull out my old PC, which I'm playing this on right now. And yeah, it's been okay. It's not great. It does well with some of the games I like to play, but with anything that looks that has graphics or a game style that's like more than like 2D art type of thing, like it doesn't really do that well. So anything more than like a Brotato or like a Binding of Isaac or like a Bio Prototype, Crafty Survivors, those type of games, I have noticed that it just doesn't do well. Because there's other games that I would love to play and I would love to put on my stream or my channel that I really can't because it doesn't perform well. So like Soulstone Survivors is one. The rest I can't really remember. RoboQuest I think is one as well. There's also what is it called? Gunfire Reborn, which I was enjoying a bit. It's an FPS roguelite. I haven't been able to play that one and enjoy it just because the computer can't handle it type of thing. So I definitely need an upgrade. 10 years for a PC is a long time to be sitting on it. I guess I could upgrade it and upkeep with it, but it's really been sitting in the closet for most of its lifetime. I probably used this computer at its peak like 3 years into buying it type of thing, and then I put it in the closet because I started doing Mac gaming. And then now we're sitting here with me trying to game on this PC still, and it's not working out. So I could definitely get an upgrade for not a whole lot of cash, but I get into this obsession about thinking, should I try to get something really good that will last me a long time but is a little bit pricier, or should I just like get something that's a super reasonable price that's definitely an upgrade but like not a huge upgrade type of thing? It's really hard for me to decide on right now. I actually don't want this that much, but I don't have anything in these slots, so maybe I'll just take it. We didn't get a fusion. I guess I'm not ready for any fusions. Wait, am I? What do you fuse with? Huh, whatever. I'll take the knife. So that was the first boss or whatever. Like first real boss, and last time I didn't do very well against him, but this time I didn't have any trouble. I'm going to save that treasure box for when I'm ready for a synergy. Okay. Come on, baby. It's going so slow right now. Yeah. So, you know what? This only goes to show that maybe I should expedite some of those decisions for the new PC that I've been thinking about. Because this doesn't seem like a huge, a huge game that should really take a lot of power to run. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe someone has like a better perspective on like how you should be judging games on how much computer power you should have. But like this to me, just looking at it, it doesn't seem like one of those AAA games where you need the latest and greatest in computing to be able to play it smoothly. So it's just really surprising. I just feel like my computer is just falling really behind the curve, and I already knew that, but I wanted to last on it for a little bit longer so that I can just look for a fitting opportunity to get a new PC type of thing. But yeah, it might come sooner than you think. This computer is also running Windows 8.1, which is being depreciated by Steam in like 200 days or something. My client yells at me every single day about that. So that's been a little bit scary. Upgrading your Windows isn't such a huge thing, but it's easier to pull off the band-aid when it's backed up by a completely new PC that you're about to use. I've just been pushing that back because I really don't want to like back up everything and all that jazz so that I can upgrade my Windows. But I would definitely back up everything and move everything if it was to a new PC. So yeah. Yeah, this could be a calling. We're moving pretty darn slow through this run here. So I have to find that frog again because I definitely have enough to buy stuff. But again, I kind of want to get this treasure box once I get knife to level 5. And then I can mix the cloak with the knife, apparently. And hopefully that's the way it works. What I'm scared of is that the treasure box had dropped before I met the requirement, so maybe it knows not to... Oh, what the heck? Maybe it knows not to give me the fusion. That's weird that a normal enemy just dropped the treasure chest, but maybe that's the way it works in this game. Alright, let's go before I die. Come on, baby. Big money. Darkness knife. Every 12 seconds, it throws 24 knives of darkness in all directions that deal 50 damage. Yes, sir. Okay, so you don't have a fusion. Water... Why do I have water staff? Oh, that's the evolution, right? Glacial staff plus another frost staff will give me another fusion. Where are these darkness knives that are supposed to be coming out? Oh, wow, I didn't even mean to touch that. Darkness knife, fire staff, I don't need. Haste scarf, I guess I'll take. Okay, I'm just going to pick this one up because the treasure chests actually seem more abundant than I thought. Growth shield, I guess I'll take. Where's this froggy boy? There he is. Thank God he's close by. Alright, give me something good. So I can't take the flame crown, but I'll take attack speed flask, and then I'll wait another 500 to take that luck flask as well. Okay. This looks like a shield crystal, right? Maybe it's an XP crystal. So I do actually need a frost staff, so I'll take one of those. Oh, it is a shield. Yeah, so anyways, coming back to the game here, we're coming to the countdown. I can't remember what the countdown starts at. Is it 30 minutes? Maybe 20 minutes? Something like that. But we're coming to the end here. I don't know if there's a lot of depth here in this game. Besides just picking up the best power-ups for your build type of thing and killing lots of enemies, I don't know if there's a lot. Like the leveling system and the meta progression system, yes, it is much more complicated from what I have seen than Vampire Survivors. But the gameplay itself, once you're actually in a run, not a whole lot of going on. There's synergies that happen. That's standard for any type of game like this these days. But there isn't a lot of like unique synergies that you can do by picking up wacky effects and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if I'm interested to do a full playthrough of this game right now. Just because I feel like it's going to be a lot of the same stuff. And on top of that, this current computer can't perform well while playing it, so... But yeah. I think that I do have to give it a little bit more of a chance before I can call it done type of thing. But I've already subscribed to playing every single Vampire Survivors expansion and just playing it all the way through. I don't need another game like that where you're really just turning your brain off for a bit and doing the same thing over and over, and that's all the game really wants you to do. I just can't pick up another game where I'm doing that. I have to be doing something else. So I'll give it a little bit more time. I'll unlock some more stuff, but I feel like unlocking more stuff will just really show me that this game wants you to just keep jumping in, killing a million enemies, and like, that's it. 3 more minutes. Because the question is, how do you make a game like this more interesting? If you're following the same formula as Vampire Survivor, then I mean, that's your prerogative. You can't really make it that much more interesting because you just want people to jump in, make synergies, get as powerful as possible, and kill things. But for arena survival these days, the thing that I'm looking for is definitely... Gosh, what am I looking for? It would definitely be great to see more games that can do what Cyclo Chambers did, but even more. So the thing I liked about Cyclo Chambers was that the item mix that they had, there was unique synergies that you could do, or unique combinations that you could do that really make your characters different each run if you want to. Of course, someone could go into each run and go for the same thing because they're just used to it, but there's a lot of opportunity in that game to just like have super wacky builds. And it really reminded me of how Binding of Isaac, you could do the same thing. There's specific items that really change the way that you need to play. And so that's what I really enjoyed about Cyclo Chambers. It brought me back to like this world where roguelites, there was a lot of different effects that you can pick up. Everything was up for grabs and super wacky and things like that. So I really like that. What other games do I like? Jeez, I don't know. Like Brotato was good too. But Brotato wasn't good for the same reasons as something like Cyclo Chambers was to me. Brotato was just like super refined in some ways. Like they knew what they wanted to put in the game and they made sure it was like perfect. Every single weapon was the right amount of whatever it needed to be. They did a whole bunch of adjustments to like the enemy difficulty scaling and things like that. Everything about that game was just like really refined and well thought out, and came out to be a really good game. There's actually a couple of mods for that game that I want to jump in and start playing. There's one from Retromation. I think he's calling it like the Infinity mod or something like that, that makes it more of a roguelite. I had to keep up with that actually. He was working on it and he wanted to release it and everyone's asking for it or something. I know that he's still making videos on Brotato, so I'm wondering if he's still playing his own mod or if he's started playing someone else's. But anyways, so we got a couple of things there. Frost Scythe, Poltergeist. We got two new two new characters and a bunch of currency. So we've unlocked a lot of things. Now, here's the sad news here. Not enjoyable to play for a couple of reasons. The first being, my machine is not powerful enough, surprisingly, for Scarlet Tower. Maybe there's some settings I can play around with, but for now, I'm not sure if it's the right time to play Scarlet Tower. The other thing is, it's just not interesting enough for me right now. I think I will play it a little bit more. Maybe I'll pick it back up when I have the new PC and things are running smoothly, but honestly, it's just not doing it for me. It's just not different enough. And I know it might be my fault. I play so many arena and horde survival games that it's just not, like, it might be my fault that I just keep playing the same type of game, but it just really doesn't look different from Vampire Survivors to me. it just seems like the exact same thing. So if I'm just hell-bent on like 100% in games doing all the achievements, this would be perfect for me because I've already done that with Vampire Survivors. This is basically a clone of it, but with more stuff to do, a little bit of a twist on Vampire Survivors, the tone and all the stuff like that. But honestly, I just don't feel like it's the right time for me to play Scarlet Tower. But I will be coming back to it. I'll probably poke in every time I get that craving for that type of gameplay. So you will be seeing me play some more, but I'm not going to play this as consistently as the other games that I have been playing, which usually I do like a full playthrough, give it a really good chance, get to like at least 60 to 70% completion of the achievements and then call it done at that point. This one, I think I'm just gonna, pick it up off the shelf every once in a while and play a couple of runs, but I don't think that I'm really interested to commit myself to play it consistently right now. So I hope that's not bad news to you, but anyways, leave a like on the video if you liked what you saw here. Subscribe to see me play some more games like this. I will leave a link for more videos on Scarlet Tower in the description if you're interested. Leave a comment though if you feel like I should keep playing it. Maybe I haven't reached the peak of the game yet and there's something that I'm missing that really, really changes things and makes it more interesting. Please let me know if that's the situation here. If you think that I'm on the right path of thinking and it really is just another clone of Vampire Survivors, let me know as well. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. But for now, thanks for joining in. Hope to see you again soon. See you later. Peace.